This is exactly how you scale your local service business with Google Ads. If you're watching this video, it's probably for one of two reasons. One, you've tried Google Ads, but you couldn't scale it profitably. Two, you want to grow your local service business and you're thinking about trying Google Ads, but you want to do it all without burning thousands of hard-earned dollars on ads that don't generate leads, or second guessing every move because you're not confident in your strategy. And you definitely don't want to just sit back and watch your competitors continue to win while you're just stuck spinning your wheels. But before we dive into it, if you cannot afford to spend at least $3,000 per month on Google Ads, then do not continue watching this video. It will be of no help to you. In this video, we're going to cover why you need to do Google Ads in order to grow your local service business, the mindset that's required to win with ads, how to ensure that you generate consistent, high quality leads that turn to paying customers, and finally, how to optimize and organize your sales process to maximize your ROI. But first, who am I and why should you care? My name's Andy and I'm the founder of Stryker Digital. I work with over 150 home service businesses. This includes some of the top franchises in the United States. In 2024, we spent over $9 million on Google Ads for local service businesses just like yours. To further add to my case, you can check out these testimonial videos where we added $30,000 in revenue in 30 days for Brendan's pressure washing business. We took Indie Trash Guy over $50,000 in revenue per month for his junk removal business. Or what you're looking at here in this chart is $20,000 in spend to get 248 conversions at an average lead cost of $83. We did the same thing for a driveway paving company, 140 leads at $43. Their average ticket size of each job they do is $5,000. So you can do the math yourself and you can see the ROI from Google Ads for these local service businesses. Now, let me break down why Google Ads are non-negotiable if you want to scale a local service business in 2025 and beyond. The data that you're looking at here on your screen is directly from Google. On average, every single year, there are 3.1 trillion Google searches. 66% of all of these searches have local intent, meaning people are searching for businesses just like yours. And even better, there's a 75% purchase intent with Google Ads. What does this mean? 3 out of 4 ad clicks come from people that are ready to buy. Do I need to even say any more? It should be very clear at this point why Google Ads can be such a great lead generation vehicle for local businesses. And my favorite part about advertising on Google is that there's clear and quantifiable results. With ads, you can have precision targeting. This means you can target customers by location, the intent in their searches, and the keywords that they're using. When you do this, you can ensure that every dollar is spent reaching the right people and there's not a single dollar wasted. Second, there is a very clear and defined ROI. Every single click, every single lead, every single conversion can be measured so you know exactly how much you're spending and how much you're making. And last, Google Ads can scale much, much further than you think. The more you spend, the more data that you collect, the larger geographical area. Once you have this dialed in and nailed down, you can drop into any location and start generating leads. All right, don't get too far ahead of yourself. I know what you're thinking. Andy, this sounds great. Why have I not advertised on Google before? But before you ever start, you need to adopt the correct mindset, because here's the reality. Most of you will not make money with ads because you will not allow yourself to. I work with dozens of businesses and consistently see owners who cannot get out of their own way. When you first turn on an ad campaign, you will be losing money. You will be in the red. I can guarantee you that. If you think that you're just going to turn on an ad campaign and 2 weeks later, you're going to be absolutely flooded with leads, your business will do a 180, you are completely out of touch with reality. Now, if you want to be one of the successful people and not get in your own way, you need to pay attention to this very closely. This image that you're looking at is a realistic visualization of the progress of your ad campaign. And the reality is most of you are not going to make it out of this starting phase. You can think of this starting phase a lot like stock investing. Have you ever bought a stock and you're super bullish on it? You're long-term oriented. You're going to hold this thing for the next 5 years and then it drops 20% and the price goes against you and you panic sell. That's exactly the mistake that people make with Google Ads over and over again. And that's why they cannot get out of their own way, because they cannot control their own emotions and their psychology. So in this starting phase, what you're doing is you're paying money to learn. You're paying money to collect data to optimize your Google Ads. That way you can make more money in the long run. If anybody comes to you and says, I'm going to turn you on an ad campaign, you're going to get 20 leads next week, you're going to make a ton of money, like you should just absolutely run the opposite way. I mean, it can definitely happen. I've had it happen personally for our clients. It happened, but it's not the most probable scenario. It's not super realistic. What's going to happen is you're going to turn on your ad campaign, you're going to be getting clicks, you're going to be negating keywords, you're going to be optimizing bidding strategies based upon your budget. And that's going to cost money to learn. But what's going to happen is as you're optimizing and as you're getting data, you're finally going to get that first job and boom, you're going to come a little bit closer to break even. And then you're going to be moving more red. You get the next job, you'll be a little bit closer till eventually you start getting a consistent flow of jobs and you break into the green. This is what a realistic scenario looks like for your Google Ads. And that's why you need to prepare your mindset, because you probably aren't going to be profitable right away. So if you don't have the money available to spend where you can pay to learn, you probably just should not do Google Ads. And just like I have in this warning box down here, this is not the case every single time that you're going to lose money for month one and then go green in month 2. 2, you might go green right away in the first week. It can definitely happen, but again, it's not the most probable scenario. Now, this is going to come as a surprise to a lot of you, but most businesses bleed money with Google Ads for 3 reasons. Only one of them is because of the ad campaign, and that's the first one: lead attribution and conversion tracking. You don't know how many Google Ads accounts that I've been in where people are spending thousands of dollars every single month and don't even know how many leads they're getting or their cost per lead. What I can tell you is if you don't know your cost per lead, your cost per customer acquisition, or the average lifetime value of your customers, you cannot spend responsibly and invest correctly. You will get absolutely ran over by more sophisticated competition, because what happens is when times are good, people are just spending money saying, oh, I'm getting leads, times are great. But as soon as things reverse, you get caught with your pants around your ankles. And then you want to start diving into these things. But in the reality, this should have been taken care of before you even started the campaign. The second reason is the sales CRM, which ties right into the sales process in number 3. The entire function of Google Ads is simply to get the leads. Everything after that falls on you and your processes. So what I see a lot of times is just a total and complete lack of organization in the sales process. If you're your own rep, if you're doing your own sales, you don't even have a pipeline view to store new leads, hot leads, follow-ups, your won deals, your lost deals, your longer term follow-ups. And what'll happen is this compounds into missed calls, forgotten follow-ups, and an overall bad customer experience. Because here's the reality: if you sell a high ticket service, if you're roofing or HVAC or something like that, when somebody calls you from the ad, right, they're not just going to purchase something that's like $15,000 on their first call. They're not going to get married on the first date. The responsible thing for them to do is call around to a couple companies and get estimates. But when you're the more sophisticated one and you have a sales CRM and a defined process and you're organized and you have automated alerts for when to follow up with these people and your competition does not, who has the higher probability of winning that lead and converting them to a customer? You or the competition who doesn't follow up and is unorganized? You're going to win. So if you don't have this set up, a sales CRM or a sales process, this is going to be you. You're going to be sitting there with your head in your hands. Oh, I forgot to follow up with Michelle. I still need to send a quote to Ryan. It's been 48 hours. I didn't contact the new leads. When all of this should just be done for you, can automate a lot of these processes, right? Or if you're just organized, you just know exactly what you need to do in the morning when you get into your office. Now let's talk about how to optimize your sales process, because this is super important. This is how you take Google Ads from being something that does okay for your business. Maybe it's break even. Maybe you make a little bit of money each month, to getting a 2, 3, 4, 5x ROI. I've even had clients who have all of this implemented who have earned 20x on their money. Imagine being able to walk up to an ATM and put $1 in and get $20 back. You would walk up to that thing with $1 million. That's exactly what Google Ads is and what it can be for your business when you do these things correctly. So why is having a system like this, a CRM or a lead database, so important? You will never ever miss a lead again. It will be impossible. It'll be right in front of your face. You'll have very clear attribution into all marketing channels and your ROI, specifically for Google Ads. As you run your campaign for a long time, you will generate hundreds to thousands of leads, and you'll be able to store them in this database. You'll be able to segment them by past customers or lost leads. And for both of them, you can retarget them in the future with reactivation campaigns, a special offer, a special discount, a seasonal special for pressure washing your house. Whatever it is, you can retarget these customers forever because you now have their contact information, which in turn leads to a higher ROI on Google Ads when you can be more long-term oriented and see it over a 12, 24, 36 month horizon, which we're going to talk about in the next slide. So what you need in order to do this is you need a pipeline view of lead stages. So let's look at this image here. This shows all of your lead stages: new lead, contacted, follow-up, and deal one, right? You can even segment however you want it to. If you want to include lost leads, hot leads, however you want to segment this, you can completely customize it on your own. But what's important here is as soon as a phone call comes in or as soon as a form submission comes in, they get entered as a new lead with the source that they came from and the opportunity value of that lead. When you do this, you have clear visibility in who needs contacted, when they were contacted, what the opportunity size is for your business, and who you should place the most emphasis on. Once you have that set up, you need to add automated text on missed calls. So what do I mean by that? Maybe you're a 1 or 2 man team and you take all the sales calls, and you have a current lead or a current customer that you're on the phone with, but another call comes in and you have to miss it because you can't exit the conversation that you're in. So what'll happen is as soon as you miss a call, it'll automate a text to them. An example would be, hey, this is Andy from Stryker Digital. I saw you were interested in our SEO services. I'm currently on the line with another customer. Is it okay if I call you back in 5 minutes? Which they can respond yes, no, whatever the case is, but you can immediately get in contact with them right away because speed to lead is super important. And that's the same reason that you would want automated text on form submissions. So somebody submits a form to your website. They don't want to wait 2 or 3 hours to hear back from you. They're already going to go on to the next person. It should automate a text to them right away and say, again, hey, this is Andy. I saw you're interested in X, Y, and Z services. Is it okay if I give you a call right now? They can respond yes, and you give them a call, or you just call them immediately without even a text. And then attribution tracking, which I keep hitting on because it's so important. But this gives you clear insight into which marketing channels are most profitable. Because if you're spending on multiple sources, Yelp, Reddit, Google Ads, Facebook ads, Instagram, whatever it is, if one of those channels is underperforming, you will know it, and you will be able to reallocate your budget to the channel that's generating you the most money. And the reason that we're talking about this as it relates to Google Ads, how to optimize your sales process, is because the majority of your money and how you're going to get a really big ROI ROI is everything that you do on the back end. And the reality is, myself included, as a business owner, we get obsessed over the direct correlation of ROI from ads on a short time horizon. But the reality is that even in the case you are breaking even on ads each month, if you even remotely provide a half decent service, can collect reviews from your customers and incentivize referrals, and also retarget those past customers, all of which should be done inside of your sales CRM. This is how Google Ads goes from being an okay strategy for your business into a money printing machine. So take a look at this visual I have here. So what should happen is Google will bring you a lead, you will win that job, you will request a review from that customer, get a review, which might get you the next customer, but then you incentivize a referral and they send you another person and you get another job from that. And then the same process with that person, the word of mouth, just a matter of your trucks being seen on the road, the yard signs, all can lead to an exponential ROI from your Google Ads. So here is my offer to you. If you are a home service business that wants to scale and you can spend at least $7,000 a month on Google Ads and you want to work with us at Stryker Digital, I will personally build you out a fully automated sales CRM for a one-time payment that includes a mobile app, your sales pipeline view, lead attribution tracking, an automated Google review strategy, automated text for form submissions and missed calls with a full dashboard that highlights where you're at in your sales process, how many opportunities you have, what's the value of those opportunities, and what is your conversion rate on your sales. Out of how many leads, how many do you close? What is your percentage of that? If this sounds interesting to you, what I want you to do is go to the description below, schedule a call with me and my team. We will get you set up with a winning Google Ads campaign, a fully automated sales CRM, and help you scale your business today. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I love making these videos. I hope that you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next one.